welcome to another edition of the Ciderville Show right here on ACTV. Folks, we got a great show lined up for you right now. We want you to sit back, relax. Be sure to call all your family and friends. Gather around the TV for the next hour. You're going to get some great East Tennessee entertainment. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, get your hands together and make welcome the host of the show, Mr. David West. Yeah! Hello, David.
They cheered and they quit throwing the chairs and throw the bench.
I tell you what, boy, you got a snazzy looking outfit right there.
I just got out of the hop today. Well, we're glad to see. We're going to have to move fast.
Oh, we got him tonight.
Where's Barney at?
Where is Barney? Where's Barney?
Security, buddy, you got it. It's big, buddy, big.
You better get in here, Barney.
I'll tell you what, big. It's keep getting bigger.
How big is it?
Oh, it's really big, buddy. Really big. Every show gets bigger and bigger.
And better. It's good.
And better.
You been doing any singing lately?
Oh, yeah, you know I do. Every month I come over here and you tell me I can't sing. Smart aleck.
I'm sorry, we're trying
What
to.
about acapella? Acapella. No, I'm not doing it. Just for spite, I'm not acapella.
That's what we moved here. We got a special guest.
Oh,
all the way from Selmer, Tennessee.
No, he's from Haleyville, Alabama.
Oh, he's in Alabama.
And he used to be up there in Adamsville and around in that area up there. But I tell you one thing, he likes the slug burgers from down there. Yeah. But he's from down my neck of the woods. I'm telling you what, he's trouble down the road.
Is he? Come up here, Bobby Parrish. Get back here, Bobby.
Thank you.
Come on, appreciate it. Come on through here. Well, we got to talk to you just a second.
Yeah.
You know, you've got some big records out. Ask him about it, now.
Oh, tell us a few of them. You did one. Did one for George Jones, wrote one.
Yeah, I wrote a record for George Jones, and it's on the He Stopped Loving Her Today album. It's the second cut on it. So if they buy He Stopped Loving Her Today, you're going to get mine with it. Okay, yeah.
You just say what it is now. You've aged 20 and 5, right?
I've aged 20 years and 5.
That's nice.
And that's about the truth, too, you know. But I was lucky, got him to do it. Billy Sherrill heard it, and he said, by George, he didn't change a thing in it. Just put it on there and sing it.
How many times that went platinum?
It's gone platinum twice now, and it's just about to go to a third time.
Good. Now, can I borrow some money?
Listen, talk to me.
What's the interest rate? Well, we're glad to have you up here.
Well, I'm so glad to be here. I got friends I hadn't seen in a long time, and man, it's just so good.
We're glad to see you. I tell you what, it's always glad to see somebody that's from near Corinth, Mississippi, and Selmer, where my people's from.
Yes.
And another place, we have a guy over here from a little place called Finger, Tennessee.
Oh, yeah.
And you know,
we got a show tonight.
I tell you, we have got him. Bobby, we're just glad to see you.
I am just so glad to be here. I was so excited driving up here, just couldn't hardly stand it.
We're glad to hear it. Won't you pick out one of your songs you wrote?
I'm going to do one I've always liked to do, called Trouble Down
Give
the
him
Road.
a big hand.
If you're born a dreamer, you dream till you die. If you're born a dreamer, you dream till you die. You'll never fit in, oh, don't even try. Just dream a dream till you die. 'Cause there'll be trouble down the road, but I'm not turning back. There's trouble down the road, but I'm not turning back. 'Cause I gotta go on. I've made my weary bed, and I'm walking straight ahead. If your spirit's broken, love that ain't real. If your spirit's broken with a love that ain't real, take all the love you can beg or steal, but don't tell a soul how you feel. 'Cause there'll be trouble down the road, and I'm not turning back. There's trouble down the road, but I'm not turning back. 'Cause I gotta go on. I've made my weary bed, and I'm walking straight ahead. Now listen, if you're born a loser, you lose all the time. If you're born a loser, you lose all the time. Now first it's your money, then walking straight ahead. Trouble down the road.
Thank you, Billy.
Thank you.
Go back and relax, and we're gonna get you back up here. Right now, we got a young lady coming up here with her husband. They worked with us on a lot of shows. They've been going on show places with us, and we're gonna get them up here, John and Sherry, and y'all. This is gonna be your first time on the show, isn't it?
It is.
We're just so glad to have you. What are you gonna do for us?
We're gonna do a Dale and Gray song called One.
You know, people don't know it, but Dale Houston lived in one of my apartments for a long time.
Oh, really?
And I got to work with him at Bonnie and Buster and a lot of different people. That's a beautiful song. It sold over 1 million copies. Here it is, John and Sherry.
I'm leaving it all up to you. You decide what you're gonna do. Now do you want my love, or are we through? That's why I'm leaving it up to you. You decide what you're gonna do. Now do you want my love, or are we through?
I've got my heart in my hand. I don't understand, but what have I done wrong? I worship the ground you walk on.
That's why I'm leaving it up to you. You decide what you're gonna do. Now do you want my love, or are we through? One time, baby.
I've got my heart in my hand. I don't understand. What have I done wrong? I worship the ground you walk on.
That's why I'm leaving it up to you. You decide what you're gonna do. Now do you want my love, or are we through? Or are we through? Or are we through?
Oh,
Thank you.
that was a good oldie goldie. Come up here, Don. Marnie, get up
You
here.
better get up here, buddy. It's fixing to get.
Barney taking care of everything.
This is fixing to get
We're
big,
gonna-
big.
It's gonna get big. We're gonna bring somebody
I'll
on.
tell you what, he's big, big.
This fella is one of my heroes. There are two people I tell them in Knoxville is my heroes, and it's none other but Cass Walker and Jim Clayton.
Two of the
They
best.
both started out and done a really good job of his success right here in Knoxville.
That's right.
You
That's
known him
right.
for a long time.
Oh yeah, I knowed him a long time. Yeah, right back there in the '60s. You know, I used to always want to dream of being on Star Time. Yeah, I never got the invitation though. Well, but I'm working for it.
Let's get him up here.
Let's give him a big hand, everybody.
Come on up.
Jim Clayton.
Mr. Jim Clayton. Oh, this is big, buddy.
Hey guys,
Oh, this is big, buddy.
Jim,
thanks for the
Jim,
invite.
You look just like you did 30 years ago.
40.
40 years ago. Okay, I missed it 10. Didn't I?
Oh, I wish that was true, David. And boy, I'll never be able to thank you for all that you did on the Star Time show. Whenever some musician couldn't make it or somebody had to cancel, you would fill in. Then you'd be a guest occasionally. And gosh,
We've done a lot of shows together. We've
Lot
done,
of
we've been-
shows
We've been in a
together.
lot of places together. You had television for a long time, and we knew some of the same people, like Don Gibson. You know, Don come down and drink cider, and You do Don Gibson songs, you do all kinds
Right.
of songs, but we're going to be talking about some of the other stuff you did here just in a minute or two. But won't you pick out a good Don Gibson song?
Well, let's-
two, and then we'll talk about something
You know,
else.
I worked my way through engineering school at UT at WNOX.
Yeah.
And so Don was a fixture there, the star
yeah.
for a long time. And so I watched him write his first two songs, I Can't Stop Loving You and Oh Lonesome Me.
Oh, boy, wasn't that a beautiful song?
Oh Lonesome Me
What
kind
else
of.
did you do?
I watched him write this right there at WNOX in about 1953. Everybody's going out and having fun. I just moved for staying home and having none. A lovesick fool is blind and just can't see. Oh, lonesome me. I've had a mistake I'm making by just hanging around. I know that I should have some fun and paint the town. The lovesick fool is blind and just can't see. Oh, lonesome me. Well, I bet she's not like me. She's out in fancy free, flirting with the boys with all her charm. But I still love her so, and brother, don't you know, I'd welcome her right back here in my arms. There must be some way I can lose these lonesome blues. Forget about the past and find somebody new. Love's a fool is blind and never be. I've got the word. Oh, lonesome me. Well, I bet she's not like me. She's out and fancy free, flirting with the girls, all her charm. But I still love her so, and brother, don't you know, I'd welcome her right back here in my arms. There must be some way I can lose these lonesome blues. Forget about the past and find somebody new. I've thought of everything from A to Z. Oh, lonesome me. Oh, lonesome me. Oh, lonesome me.
That's for all the Don Gibson fans we
After
got
all
out there.
these years.
You know,
Thank you, Don, for wonderful music. So, what a talent.
A lot of talent, and you know he could play guitar well.
Yes.
He played good rhythm. I remember when the Everly Brothers went to Nashville, they said, "We want the rhythm man that plays for Don Gibson." They said, "That is Don
He
Gibson."
did. He played his records
Alan Collins.
right there at Studio B at RCA in
Yeah.
Nashville.
Alan Collins, a great friend of mine, just passed away a few weeks ago, and he was telling me, he said, Bill come in, Bill Monroe played bluegrass off the road, and they said, "Where's your band?" He said, "Well, they ain't got here yet." Said, "Well, you got to go on." He said, "I ain't got a guitar picker." They said, "Who do you want?" And he said, "Give me Don Gibson, because he plays it right." So, you know, that was something for bluegrass. You know, a lot of people knows you by the mobile home business. You've been into it so long, and you just done, I mean, you started out building a mobile home. I saw one of your first commercials here a while back, a little one-room mobile home, and you just went to the sky with it. You done so great.
Well, all over the country now.
That's right.
Yeah.
And you sang a song about a mobile home. Can you do that for us?
Some people think that's
That you wrote it?
they think I wrote it and that I recorded it. I think, which
I've heard you
which
sing
which
it.
flatters me. We I don't know why we have to do it in B flat, but that's where that's where we do it, and we won't slide like I used to and modulate in the middle of
Okay,
it.
I love this one. Here's one of my favorite tunes.
Trailer Trailers for sale or rent, rooms to let 50 cents. What key am I in? Is that B flat?
Yeah. Trailers for sale or rent. Rooms to let.
Trailers for sale or what's the second chord?
C minor or C minor.
If I'm playing a G chord, what would it be?
I'd like to play an A minor.
We used to do this, but another TV show. He was fantastic helping me. So I'll just play it where I always play it in B flat. And, trailers for sale or rent, rooms to let 50 cents. No phone, no pool, no pet. I ain't got no cigarette, but 2 hours of pushing broom buys an 8 by 12 room. And I'm a man of means by no means, king of the road. Third boxcar midnight train, destination Bangor, Maine. Old worn out suit and shoes. I don't pay me no union dues. I smoke old stogies I have found. They're short but not too big around. And I'm a man of means by no means, king of the road. You want to play one now, brother? Third boxcar midnight train, destination Bangor, Maine. Old worn out suit and shoes. I don't pay me no union dues. I smoke old stogies I have found. They're short but not too big around. And I'm a man of means by no means, king of the road. King of the road, king of the road.
Back to the Gas Walker days, we just walked out, me and Red Fred, and I think shows are so much better because we're doing a live show.
Yeah.
And I think it's so much better if they see the real facts of the show.
You're not going to edit my
No,
loss of
no,
chord up there.
That's priceless. You can't do it twice the same
We normally
way.
modulate there in the middle of it. And I didn't want
Oh,
to do
we
the
don't-
guys that way because how much did we rehearse? Zero.
Zero. And what,
He
hey,
said it shows here.
if Mr. Walker liked it, that's all we cared. If he was smiling, it was okay. There's something I want you to do though, while you're up here. One of your favorite people and one of mine, and I got to go down and play his 82nd birthday party. Me and Luke and Marshall Landy went down and played for Eddie Arnold. His 82nd birthday, and could you imagine? He sits on the couch, and me and Luke stands in front of him and plays him music. A guy of his status. I told Luke, I said, buddy, we must have grit. We're coming back home. I said, and he acted like he enjoyed it. I'd like for you to do an Eddie Arnold number. What about Make the World Go Away or something? You wanna do that one?
You know, he did 8 world songs, but that was his biggest song
Well-
ever. And he did so many. The first one I ever learned to sing, I'll hold you in my heart till I can hold. But he did, you know, he did so many. He did.
Oh, that was a great one. And we did all the songs for him, the songs that he had made famous. And he said, I have just recorded the most sung song in the world. Do you know what it is? And me and Luke said, no, it was Happy Birthday. He looked it up, ran a history research on it, and found out what it was. Well, I'm so glad to have you with us. tonight.
All those world songs, and most of them, not all of them were hits, but 8 of them, like, what's he, let's see, that'd be about that. What's he doing in my world? What's he doing holding my girl? Your love for me is true, and on and on. But all those world songs were
Yeah,
really
I think,
good. But this is,
I think when he done that, we was dedicating it to Don Bell. Or
lay those words down there. I might.
He's from down there. I gotta come up just
Okay.
because I know a little history.
Hey, Don wants to stick it for
Well,
me.
he's from down there in mine, Finger, Tennessee. There's three people, you know, Buford
Wait a
Pusser.
minute. Say it again. Where was it?
Finger, Tennessee.
No, it's pronounced Fanger.
Finger, yeah,
Yeah,
Finger, Tennessee.
if you're from down there, you call it Fanger.
But now-
It's spelled F-I-N-G-E-R.
It ain't thumbs,
But
it's
down
Fanger.
there, it's
Eddie
Fanger.
Arnold was from Henderson.
Right, 8 miles away.
Exactly right. And Buford Pusser was from down there in
I
that,
got
in that
work with
area.
Buford.
And,
I've
and,
got
and
work
so
some
was
too.
the former governor of state of Tennessee, Ray Bland, from down there. So I've got a little history in that,
That's
in
good.
that area right
and,
there.
And Buford Pusser was my double third cousin. My mother and dad, Browder Pusser and Pusser Browder, married, double wedding, and that started Buford's side of the family and my side of the family the same day from just outside of Henderson and Finger. And Buford was an amazing guy.
Moving on the other side, Buford's the one that killed my great aunt Louise Hathcock. I'm not going to go into that, but I was on the other side. But my granddaddy moved up here in '44, so we wasn't down there.
We need to get together and talk history.
We'll talk a
then.
little history.
Yeah,
Yeah,
load
Yeah.
your guns and let's go at it.
You know about a lot of that mess down at Corinth and across the
Oh,
Mississippi
yeah.
line.
They got a new book out called "The Ghost of the Mississippi State Line" right now.
Well, that was big stuff.
Big
Boy,
stuff, sure was.
We
Amazing.
give us a little bit, make the world go later.
I used to do it in C, but I guess I will just do it. Let's see, I made a note. You know, make the world go away and get it off my shoulder. Say the things you used to say. Boy, I'm not hearing. I need to plug the guitar in, but we're. Make the world go away and get it off my shoulder. Say the things you used to say and make the world go away. I'm sorry if I hurt you. I'll make it up day by day. Just say you love me like you used to, and make the world go away. Make the world go away and get it off my shoulder. Say the things you used to say and make the world go away. Let's tag it. Say the things you used to say and make the world go away.
We'll get you back next week. Going back
Thank
to
you,
that
my
old
friend.
direct-
Thanks for all you've meant to me all through the years.
You don't run off now. We got some more to do here, directly.
I
Okay.
understand. I
We got a
understand.
fella gonna come up right now and do a little bit of fiddling here.
All right. Good job.
Stooksbury. Tell them what you're gonna do, Brother Bobby.
Liza Jane and Acorn.
Liza Jane.
to pick it up now. I tell you what, I want to tell the folks about tonight. You folks that are in Clinton or in the East Tennessee area, coming up June the 7th, I want you to come out to the Ritz Theater and see this fine young picker. I want you to put your hands together, folks, and listen to none other than Mr. Justin Terry.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Well, I hear the train a-comin', it's rolling round the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. But that train keeps a-rolling on down to San Antone. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. When I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and cry. Play it, Ken. I bet there's rich folks eating in their fancy dining cars. They're probably drinking coffee and smoking big cigars. Well, I know I had it coming. I know I can't be free. But those people keep a-moving, and that's what tortures me. Well, if they freed me from this prison, if that railroad train was mine, I bet I'd move it on a little farther down the line. Far from Folsom Prison, that's where I want to stay. And I'll let that lonesome whistle all my blues away. Want to do another one? Let's do that Merle Haggard song. Indeed.
What's the name of it?
Way I Am. Wish I was down in some blue bayou, bamboo cage stuck in the sand. But the road I'm on don't seem to go there. So I'll just dream and keep on being the way I am. The way I am don't fit my shackles. The way I am, reality, I can almost see a little barber dancing. So I'll just dream and keep on being the way I am. Wish I enjoy what makes my living. Did what I do with a willing hand. Some would run, oh, but that ain't like me. So I'll just dream and keep way I am don't fit my shackles. The way I am, reality, I can almost see that little bobber dancing. So I'll just dream and keep on being the way I am. Yeah, I'll just dream and keep on being the way I am. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you,
We'll
fellas.
have you back a little bit. We got some folks coming back up here right now. Get right here. I don't know which side y'all are on. Y'all look like cowboys and cowgirls. Is that right?
Thank you.
What'd you pick us out of? You know any Johnny Cash and June Carter songs?
Oh, we got one for you.
I reckon we do.
Jackson?
Jackson.
We got married in a fever, hotter than a pepper sprout. We've been talking about Jackson
Ever since the fire went out, I'm going to Jackson. I'm gonna mess around. Yeah, I'm going to Jackson. Look out, Jackson town.
Well, go on down to Jackson. Go ahead and wreck your head. Go play your hand, you big talking man. Make a big fool of yourself. Yeah, go to Jackson, you big talking man. And I'll be waiting there in Jackson behind my J-Bed
When I
fan.
breeze into that city, people gonna stoop and bow. All them women gonna make me just teach 'em what they don't know how. Honey, I'm going to Jackson. You turn loose my coat, 'cause I'm going to Jackson.
Goodbye, that's all she wrote. They laugh at you in Jackson, and I'm dancing on a pony cake. They'll go around this town, and they're in town, and I'm dancing from their land. Let's go to Jackson, you big talking man, and I'll be waiting there in Jackson behind my J-Bed Well, we got married in a fever, hotter than a pepper sprout. We've been talking about Jackson
Ever since the fire went out, I'm going to Jackson.
and that's a fact. Yeah, we're going to Jackson, ain't never coming back.
Well, now we got married in a fever, hotter than a pepper sprout. Honey,
We've been talking about Jackson.
Oh, let's do it for everybody down in Jackson. Boy, we got a treat for you now. I can get up here before we can introduce him. This fella over here has been picking, singing and playing music and managing one of the great all-time greats. Tell them who you work for.
Well, I worked for the now late, great Charlie Pride.
Yeah, how many years was you with him, Danny?
As of January 27th of this year, it would have been 44 years.
44 years. You're right here from Oak Ridge.
Yep,
Yeah, and you started with him what age when you were
17.
17-year-old. You worked for Jim Clayton's show some start time, didn't you? Or some
Yeah, for about a year and a half.
year and a half. I remember you and your daddy did all kinds of commercials. Me and
Right.
Daddy's been long-time friends for a long time. We played a lot of shows together, and we're just so honored to have you up here tonight. I mean, it's one of the first shows you've played, ain't it? I guess since.
Yeah, about one of the few first shows. Yeah.
Okay. We're so happy to have you. Why don't you pick us out a pretty song?
Okay, let's
Just
do
tell me what you want to do.
You Never Even Call Me By My Name in C. This is a song that a fellow by the name of David Allan Coe had out back in 1975. It was a top 10 hit for him. Hope you all remember this one. You Never Even Called Me By My Name. Well, it was all that I could do to keep from crying. Sometimes it seems so useless to remain. You don't have to call me darling, darling. You never even call me by my name. You don't have to call me Waylon Jennings, and you don't have to call me Charlie Pride, and you don't have to call me Merle Haggard anymore, even though you're on my fighting side. So I'll hang around as long as you will let me. And I never minded standing in the rain. But you don't have to call me darling, darling. You never even call me by my name. Well, a fellow by the name of Steve Goodman wrote that song, and he sent it to David Allan Coe, and he said that it was a perfect country and western song. But David wrote him back a letter saying that it was not the perfect country and western song because he didn't say anything about mama, rain, or trains, or trucks, or prison, or getting drunk. So Steve sat down and he wrote another verse to the song and sent it to David. And after David looked at it, he realized that his friend had written the perfect country and western song. So David recorded it. It was a top 10 hit for him back in 1975. Then come 20 years later, a fellow by the name of Doug Supernall recorded it. And it went to somewhere in the 50s on the chart, but there was about a 2-week stint that it was the most requested song on every radio station all over the nation. And he used Waylon Jennings and Charlie Pride and Merle Haggard on the songs that mentioned their names. And he used Mr. David Allan Coe to help him on this next verse. They rotated every other line. Kind of goes like this here. David said, well, I was drunk the day my mom got out of prison. Then Doug said, and I went to pick her up in the rain. David said, but before I could get to the station in my pickup truck, she got run over by a damned old train. So I'll hang around as long as you will let me. And I never minded standing in the rain. Oh, you don't have to call me darling, darling. You never even call me. Well, I wonder why you don't call me. You never ever call me by my name. By my name. All right.
Oh, what a song, what a song. Come up here, Brother Steve. We got a politician up here. Don, you want to come up here and help me introduce him here?
Yeah, I've known this man a long time.
You know this fellow, you both from Oak Ridge. Why don't
Well,
you
he
just
helped me
take over and
get,
tell
he
us
helped me
about
get
it?
elected. He showed me
Okay.
how to hold a sign up anyway. You know.
Well, how to do it correctly.
I tell you, we like to burn up that year out there on that road, out there on that turnpike. But Steve was singing a little bit down there, a little bit. That's got to know him and everything. And found out he was a singer, and so we
Yeah, I've been doing a little singing. Like my good guitar is my 1964 Gibson that I bought new and still have.
yeah.
So I've been playing guitar for a little while.
Well, Steve, we call him the singing commissioner. Give Steve Mead a big hand. I know he's got a good song for you.
Thanks so much. Yeah, I got to do a song called "Fire and Rain" by a fairly unknown guy, James Taylor. But a lot of people don't know the story behind this thing. Now, I'm not going to go into all the details, but when he had his first big break and went to work for the Beatles, he was doing an album, and his very close to getting married to Suzanne, his girlfriend that stayed back in New York City, died. And the Beatles decided to not tell him that she had died until he had finished the album. Think about that as you listen to the words of the song. Just yesterday morning, they let me know you were gone. Suzanne, the plans they made put an end to you. Walked out this morning, wrote down this song. Just can't remember who to send it to. Oh, I've seen fire and I've seen rain, seen sunny days that I thought would never end. Seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I always thought I'd see you again. You gotta look down upon me, Jesus. You gotta help me make a stand. Just got to see me through another day. My body's aching and my time is at hand. I just can't make it any other way. Oh, I've seen fire and I've seen rain, seen sunny days that I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I always thought I'd see you again. Been walking my mind through an easy time, back turned toward the sun. Lord knows when the cold wind blows, it'll turn your head around. There's always the time on the telephone line, talking about things to come. Sweet dreams and flying machines and pieces on the ground. Oh, I've seen fire and I've seen rain, seen sunny days that I thought would never end. Seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I always thought I'd see you again. Thought I'd see you one more time again. There's some good things going down this time around now. Thought I'd see you, fire and rain. Fire and rain.
Great job, Steve. Now it's time to bring up the star of the show. David, come on out here. I'm going to reach back here and grab you a stool. The star of the show, David West.
How did we come up with that?
No.
You are the star
How
of the
much
show.
you had to pay him to just say that?
I don't know, but we
I
ought to
guess-
say something about Big Mike. Look at him.
I guess you're the star of the show. Y'all won't let me sing, so there. There you go.
Let me get up here and take with you.
Here, Mike, there's your sheet music.
Yeah.
Oh, let me get somewhere set here. What do you think, Ken?
I think we're in a key of A, aren't we?
I believe we better be, hadn't we? I don't know. You know, what could we do? We haven't done that Amazing Grace.
All right, let's do that.
bit of Don Gibson. You want to?
Yeah.
Let's do a legend in Big Mike's mind.
Yeah.
Get your other guitar, Ken. I'm gonna get Danny to sing us one more back there while he's all hooked up here. You know, we don't tell him when we'll get it back up here. Hope eventually. Pick us out another good, Danny.
Let's do Before the Next Teardrop Falls.
Okay.
An A. It's a little song that quite a number of people have recorded. But back in 1974, a fellow by the name of Freddie Fender had a huge hit on this. Hope you all remember it. Before the Next Teardrop Falls. If he brings you happiness, then I wish you both the best. It's your happiness that matters most of all. But if he ever breaks your heart, if the teardrops ever start, I'll be there before the next teardrop falls. Si te quería neferta, dice da felicidad, pero sé yo lo más bueno para los dos. Pero si se apleyona, a mi me puedes hablar. Yes, pare contigo cuando triste está. I'll be there anytime you need me by Just remember, I love you, and I'll be there before the next teardrop falls. Yes, I'll be there before the next teardrop falls.
Man, let's get everybody in here. Everybody, under the sound of my voice, go out and get some of them off the street. I don't care. We got them off. Come on in, Barney.
We got a surprise. We got a surprise to take us up
Look at him.
there. Get over center stage there,
Get up
buddy.
here, Russ. Russ, straight from Nashville, Tennessee.
Come on in there, Russ.
Russ, what are you doing late? You're supposed to be here yesterday.
Well, they said here's the late Russ Jeffers, so
Well, hey,
here I am.
do you see who we got over here? Jim Clayton.
You know, good friend, known him for many, many years, and grateful to him. He was very helpful to me when I,
They see me all the time.
you know,
It's been a lot of years.
Jim, it's been so long,
Okay,
and
you're good now.
while we're on there real quick, I want to let you know the first record I ever made was on his label, Star Time Records, and
About early 1970.
73, and we pressed up about 1,000. That's the first song I ever had played on the radio, and it was on your label. Thank you.
Thank you for
I'm
remembering.
I'm proud to remember anything right now.
Got
You-
Kid A here. We're gonna get Rusty singing for us. We're gonna be the I'll Fly Away. Kick us off, kid.
I'll start off. Some glad morning when this life is o'er, I'll fly away to a home on God's celestial shore. I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory. I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, bye bye. I'll fly away. Just a few more weary days and then I'll fly away to a home where joy shall never end. I'll fly away. Yes, I'll fly away, oh glory. I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. Oh, you want one of these, Jim? Yeah. Take one.
When the shadows of this life are gone, I'll fly away, till like a bird from prison bars